Okay, boys, welcome back to another Bedwars video. This video I'll be talking about my toxic school system. Very toxic. And I'll also be talking about how I'm not toxic and how I've been dealing with it. Like, not how, like, oh, if I'm okay, but, like, how I've been just, like, not getting going crazy. I had to fix my mouse pad there because it's very small. Oh, they just block trapped themselves. That's really sad. That's really dang sad. Okay. Oh no, you ain't. Alright, there you go. We got our first rush out of the way, giving me some more time to talk. Which I didn't even start talking, but I'll start now. So, my school system, it's really toxic. Not just, like, the school itself, but also the system. Let's start off by... The audio cut out here, but I was saying that there's problems with the students, not the teachers. Yes. Yeah. So, so here's the thing. When quarantine happened, lots of people were exposed to the internet, like the bad side of the internet, you know. And I this is my theory. I'm assuming this happened, but yeah. So yeah, that's my theory of what happened. So. That caused lots of people to become toxic and such and such. So yeah. After that happened, lots of crap happened. So, don't tell me they threw out the diamonds. Okay, they can't. Haha, let's go. So yeah, this is like where it all started, because this happened like last year-ish, like when quarantine happened. So now school's opened again, blah blah blah, and so people are back in school, and I'm hearing a lot of weird, dirty, weird stuff, and I'm like, what the heck? Huh? This isn't normal. So I'm like, okay, that's weird. Why are people making such weird comments and saying weird things like this? And then I realized, hey, this isn't going to be going. This is going to be here for a while. So, with that in mind, I'm just like, okay, well, I'm going to have to go through this. But I see over time, more kids are getting toxic. And I'm like, huh, I don't want to become toxic because lots of people are. So, like, becoming toxic since there's so much of a toxic environment. I'm like, oh no, I don't want to be toxic. And really, there was no motivation for lots of kids to not be toxic. For me, there was, and I'm going to be talking about that. So, kids were just, like, becoming toxic because they just were like, oh, hey, there's no reason for me not to be toxic. Let's be toxic. So, obviously, they didn't actually say that, or that probably wasn't exactly what went through their head, but it was something like that just made them be like that. So here we are now. I am, how do I say this? Like, I am like, oh no, I don't want to be toxic. What if I do become toxic? But in my head, I had to keep one thing to stop me from being toxic, and that was, alright, if one day people start recognizing me for something that I do, I don't want people in their head to be the first thing they say, oh, that's that toxic kid. I don't want them to be saying that. So yeah, that's what motivated me to not. So yeah, now I'm like, okay, let's do this. Let's not be toxic, right? So I'm motivating myself and trying my best not to get involved into this stuff. And I've been toxic before, but the most toxic I've been is hold up. Okay, so the most toxic I had been was like when I said I hate you. Like, that's literally the most toxic thing I've ever said. But yeah, so that I had to keep myself motivated to not be toxic, which luckily I didn't become toxic. And I'm really glad I didn't, and I still really don't want to become toxic, so yeah. So yeah, that's how I'm not toxic. I had to motivate myself to not be. Alright, I'm gonna go get to this kid's base. GG's. Bruh, my aim was so messed up at the beginning of that fight. Okay. So yeah, that's how I've been like not toxic. And so by the way, when I said like I had become toxic at one point, that was only for like a week, and that was like a long time ago, like a few months after quarantine had started, because I was going crazy. But yeah, so that's that. So now, how have I been like living through this and just like not going crazy like again? And when I said crazy again, I didn't actually go like completely crazy. I could not stand staying inside for that much longer anymore. So the way I've been taking this, oh dang, they're good. No! This is awkward. Alright, looks like white's running. Okay, so yeah, that's how... So how have I been, like, doing this and just not been, like, straight up messing up and honking up at all? But yeah, my main motivation for this stuff has been just like not to become one of them, and I've said that a lot. So why am I like, how have I been going through this and like not become weird and stuff? I've been like, whenever someone, like when I say crazy, I mean like, so here's the thing, I like a lot of kids, I'm usually that type of kid that usually just getting bullied all the time. I don't want to be that kid anymore, I say. So, I figure out how to talk back. My bed's probably gone. Never mind. So, I figure out how to talk back and make, like, and stuff. And so, this is, like, a huge thing that I'm learning and turning into. Because I used to be that kid who would get bullied and just wouldn't do anything about it. So, here I am, making the best roast, actually. I think earlier this week or last week, one of these, like, we were in origami class, in STEM class, we were doing origami, and like the teacher was like, okay, make sure your folds are nice and crisp. And so I don't know why she had to say it there, but this one kid was like, yeah, crisp like his hair, and they were saying it to me, and I took it as a compliment because my hair is pretty nice. And the other kid thought that he was trying to insult me and said, yeah, dude, his hair is trash. Or he said something like, your hair is trash. I don't know what it was, but he was directing it towards me. So I'm like, it took me 2 seconds. One of those seconds I was spending stunned, like, wait a minute, is he joking or something? Because my hair is perfectly fine. And then the other second, I was like, okay, what should I say to him that would mess with him and, like, not be nice? And then I came up with a good idea. So this kid, his hairs are like needles up it. I swear, like they're yellow needles in the head. Oh man, I thought I didn't have ladders for a second. So yeah, that's that. Okay, so yeah, that's the so I'm like, my hair might be trash, but at least I don't look like a porcupine. So, and then he's like, oh, kid, you want to fight? Because, I mean, I don't think anyone would be taking it, like, so easily if someone called them a porcupine, right? So, so here I am, just like, bruh, like, what? And so, it takes another second, and I'm like, what? No! I wasn't in a hole! He wasn't supposed to die. Now I have to do another game. I'll finish in the lobby. Alright, I'm gonna finish this story here. So, the kid's like, oh, you want to fight? This is a pretty chubby kid. And I definitely wouldn't win in a fight, okay? I'm like the smallest, weakest thing on earth. I mean, I'm pretty tall, but like, that's not gonna save me. So, and then I'm like, I would, but I'd lose, since he weighed 15,000 pounds. subscribe for more epic roasts like this one. So yeah, that's basically how I dealt with it, and so I kind of had to think of a smart response to whatever I said. Well, whatever someone else said that was against me. Alright, that's a wrap for the video. See ya.